whatever city you live in, because you can say Oldsmar.
Oh yeah, in my thing, I'll just say.
Okay, and then and you can always add an extent doctor, so you don't have to say
I'll just stop it down and give a reason.
Nope, you do not.
Alright.
Perfect.
Because if anybody needs to get a hold of me,
Absolutely. If you have an extent doctor, you don't put it anywhere in the room.
It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what I would call a full house. David. Sorry. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday, May 5th, 2026 City of Oldsmar City Council meeting. Gosh, I love to see a full house here tonight. Hey. Our first item on the agenda is our invocation and pledge of allegiance. We have something special this evening. Our Oldsmar soccer team, the girls' Golden Warriors, are here to lead us in the pledge of allegiance. Please rise. Ladies. Go right ahead. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, girls. Great job. Great job. Before we continue with the invocation, I'd like to take just one moment of silence for the memory of David Wallace, who passed last week. He is and will always be a giant in the hearts of everyone here in the city of Oldsmar, from his work with Oldsmar Cares to his professional work in the field of architecture. His family is in our thoughts and prayers this evening. Thank you. Our city attorney, Tom Trask, will lead us in the invocation.
Our Heavenly Father, we seek blessings on the tasks before us. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom, our work with clarity and accuracy, and our decisions with impartiality. We pray that our work this evening will find favor in your sight. This we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Tom. The next item on our agenda is our Citizens Open Forum. Each speaker will be recognized once and limited to a 5-minute presentation on any subject that is not scheduled for public hearing. The open forum will conclude at 7:30 p.m., and if we need to extend it, we can. But before we call on anybody in the room, I believe we have a special visitor here from Pinellas County. Mr. Matt Spohr, please come.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Oldsmar. There's a lot of you here, so
Yes.
this is beautiful to see. My name is Matthew Spohr. I am the Assistant County Administrator for Pinellas County, and I currently serve as the Florida City and County Manager, District 7 Director, soon to be Vice President of FCCMA. I'm here this evening on behalf of FCMA to present Oldsmar with a certificate recognizing your 45th year as a council manager form of government. Yeah, let's
Oh,
clap.
that's exciting. Right.
We brought the lights down.
Just one moment. I believe somebody may have leaned on the light switch. That's
I
okay.
hope it
You can pick right back up.
I think it was Al. Yeah. 45th year as council manager form of government as designated by the International City and County Management Association. On behalf of FCCMA's officers, board of directors, and membership, we offer our sincere congratulations on this significant milestone. In Florida, nearly 70% of municipalities operate under this form of government, and all but 2 of the state's 67 counties are professionally managed. The city of Oldsmar stands out as a strong example of this model in action, demonstrating a commitment to professionalism, collaboration, and service to your community, as evident here this evening. Oldsmar is also fortunate to have strong leadership in City Manager Felicia Donnelly, who is not only leading your organization, but will soon serve as the FCCMA's District 7 Director, and I think she'll be better than the last director. Let me see where I left off there. Her leadership reflects the very best of the council manager profession, and FCCMA is fortunate to have her stepping into this role. She is supported by a dedicated team committed to providing the highest quality of life possible for the residents of Oldsmar. Now, on behalf of FCCMA and the council manager communities across Florida, congratulations again on 45 years of professional local government leadership. And at this time, it is my honor to present this certificate to the council and city manager.
Thank you so much. Everybody please stand.
I'll give you this too. Hold on. Yeah, well, it's not working right now, so I don't know how to work the camera. Okay, there you go.
I think you should.
Okay, all right, okay, well, I could be in the middle. The mayor's doesn't work.
It's a council manager form of government.
That's true.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, and congratulations to our city manager. Okay, I have one public meeting speaker card for Tom O'Shea. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Tom O'Shea, 28 Lake Charles Court. I just want to say, once again, proving that we are an award-winning city. I came today, a couple different things I wanted to talk about. It is a full house today, pretty impressive. This week is Public Service Recognition Week this week, and I just want to recognize the city because clearly you guys are award-winning and do a phenomenal job, especially with the water main break yesterday. That was something else, and you guys got that taken care of pretty quick. And I went by my bike last night, and it's like the whole department was out there working on that, so I'm kind of impressed that you guys are on top of that stuff. The sidewalk grinding in my neighborhood was done, and it looks really good and nice and smooth sidewalks, so I want to thank you for that. I just want to point out that on the agenda type number 9, the new city hall site, I know you guys are just slightly thinking about it and kind of working our way forward, but I think we should consider having at least level 2, if not level 3 chargers for a possible electric fleet in the future when we get to considering building and planning out a new city hall and facilities for the city. And agenda number 16 is the tax revenue for the Public Safety Impact Fund to eliminate that. And I just want to make sure that we're considering that the future tax revenues from the increased costs will be covered by the fire rescue and life safety fees, and make sure that we're able to cover the cost of all our public safety fees. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. This side of the room, yes, sir.
All right. Hello, girls. This is a little different. Usually I address the team facing the team, so I'm going to have to face this way. I am Coach Chris Bryan. I live at 2001 Sunset Wind Loop. I have the pleasure of coaching our U10 girls rec soccer team, the Oldsmar Golden Warriors. And I just wanted to share a little bit about their story and how they came together over the past couple of years. So we first started as a team, not this past fall, but in fall 2024. And when we first met, many of the girls didn't know each other. And if you've ever had to build a team from the ground up, you know that it takes some time, right? It takes some time for the teammates to get to know each other, to trust each other. It's no different than putting together a city council. And the first season, in terms of wins and losses, was a little bit rough, right, girls? Last year, I think we played 15 games, and we only won 1 game last year. But the girls continued to work week in and week out in practice and games, and we knew we were laying a foundation for something special. And this season, we got more than half the team to come back, and we added some phenomenal new players to the team not just phenomenal in skill, but excellent teammates as well. And these girls completely turned it around. We went from only winning one game last season to only losing one game this previous season. It was a full 180, and it's credit to the girls for that. And I can't say how proud we are. I can't say enough how proud we are. The parents, us, your coaches, the city of Oldsmar, we're all incredibly proud of you. And the cool thing is we get to grow together, right? This year we're going to be moving up to the U12 age group. We're going to have bigger challenges. We're going to have to lean on each other more. We're going to do more on the lessons of leadership when we wear that captain's armband and we get the chance to lead our team, right? And these are the skills these girls are building at this age that aren't just good on the soccer field, right? It's good out in the community as well. And maybe one day we have a future Oldsmar City leader on this team.
Yes.
I mean, who wants to be the mayor of Oldsmar one day? Any of you? Oh, come on. So,
There's a hand. I see a hand.
yeah. So I'll close things out. Girls, again, we can't overstate how proud we are of you, and you should all be so proud of yourself for the work you've put in. So, round of applause.
Is there anyone else on this side of the room? Yes, ma'am.
Amber Stevens, 318 Lafayette Boulevard. So I'm here tonight to acknowledge the Golden Warriors. They are so incredible and had an incredible season. And I can't say enough about them. And what stands out to me about them wasn't the amount of goals they scored or the wins they had. It's how these girls show up for each other. When these girls scored a goal, they would leap and run, jump around, and hug each other and try to put each other on their shoulders. It was incredible to see, and I loved that. And these girls represent what a strong community looks like. They are so supportive, so encouraging, and so kind to each other. And that's what our Oldsmar community is about. And they motivate me. They motivate me to step forward so that I can continue to show what we need in Oldsmar, how to build that strong community, and win big together. So I just want to say that these girls are incredible, and I want to thank them, and I want to thank their coach, all our coaches, and all our families. It was an incredible season, and I'm just so blessed to be a part of this moment. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Anybody else on this side of the room? Mr. Frazier.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Fraser Young. I live at 307 Bay Arbor Boulevard, and I'll be on the ballot for this upcoming City Council election on August 18th. Over the past few weeks, I've been knocking doors and talking to folks in our community, and I want to share the single biggest takeaway from that experience, and that the major thing folks want to talk about is how unpopular this downtown proposal is tonight. The people of Oldsmar don't want more apartments. We already have the 82 apartments going up near the library. We have 279 going up where the flea market was. And tonight you're being asked to move forward in the process with another 240. And that's not a downtown. That's just another apartment complex with a different name on the sign. And it certainly wasn't what was envisioned when the city started acquiring the land more than 30 years ago. And here we are 35 years later, the land's still empty. It's not generating any tax. And it's becoming clear that this city council can't get it done. So here's something to consider, which isn't ideal, but it's slightly better than what's being proposed. How about we put the land on the open market and we let the market decide what it's worth? And what's the worst case scenario? A developer buys it and builds apartments anyway? At least the taxpayers walk away with something to show for it without potentially having to subsidize the deal on top of it. If you sell the land and you won't have to raise the millage rate, the way that Mayor Gannon has been recently talking about, if you sell the land, you can subsidize trash collection. So we're not passing those increases onto our Oldsmar residents who are already stretched thin. And we're in a cost of living crisis where this council's response has been to make our city denser, our roads more congested, and our neighborhoods noisier, with new parking headaches to solve later. So that's not a solution. And I would like to address the 2022 density increase, the one that more than doubled the allowable density, which Mayor Gannon and Steve Graber led. That decision laid the groundwork for everything we're seeing tonight. The same powerful interests that benefited from that vote the people that own significant land within the CRA boundaries are already writing checks to my opponent in the city council race because they know that I wouldn't vote in ways that would benefit them. And I actually care about maintaining the city's small town character. My family's lived here for 30 years. I care about keeping our library, our rec center, our parks as they are. I'm not in favor of building more apartments on every available piece of land in the city. And one more thing worth noting, nobody on the city council tonight has a background in economics, finance, accounting, risk management, commerce, or anything similar. What we have are lawyers and realtors, people who are very good at making a deal sound better than it is. So I'd encourage you to keep that in mind as you hear tonight's presentation. And also earlier tonight, I posted a Facebook post with all my concerns laid out in great detail. I'd encourage everyone to read that. And if you would like to preserve what makes Oldsmar great, I'd love for you to vote for me on August 18th, guys. So I wouldn't vote for this proposal tonight, and I wouldn't have voted for the density increase in 2022 that set us down this path. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Anybody else on this side of the room? I see one over here. Nicole, is that you? And please, folks, if you don't have a seat and you'd like to take a seat, please feel free to move about the room. It's okay. Thank you. Nicole, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Nicole Mackin from Oldsmar Cares, 149 State Road 580 in Oldsmar. This Saturday, May 9th, is the National Food Drive known as Stamp Out Hunger through the USPS. If you leave a bag of non-perishable foods by your mailbox before 9 a.m. on Saturday, your mail carrier will pick it up when they make their deliveries. Donations from homes that are made in Oldsmar will be delivered directly to Oldsmar Cares and benefit our community. Please make sure you only include non-perishable foods that are within date, and please, please, no glass jars. Just think about it being tossed in the mail truck and everything. Yeah. Thank you in advance for everybody who participates, and please thank your mail carriers if you see them, because this is a lot of extra work for them that day. Also was going to talk about the 2026 Honor Our Heroes that benefits Oldsmar Cares.
I'm right here. Council, everybody, good evening, especially the team that just left. That was fantastic. David McKinley, you might know me as some of those hits from Director of Events downstairs at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, 101 State Street. We're down the street at our new location for the VFW Post 12186 at 405 St. Petersburg. And then, of course, as a Board of Directors member for our beloved Oldsmar Cares, who's done so many great things. Mayor, thank you so much for referencing David Wallace earlier this evening. He was absolutely a pillar of the community, a decades-long friend and a mentor, and meant quite a bit to us. Not only taking it from the old mustard seed at the church, growing into an impressive three-building campus for Oldsmar Cares to continue to serve our community and do so many great things from rent and utility stopgap assistance, food pantry, clothing closet, and et cetera. There's so many options that are down there that if you're not sure about Oldsmar Cares, please go to oldsmarcares.org and take a look at it and get a little bit more information. With that, he was also a charter member of our VFW. Again, creating more opportunities for our residents, our community, and then tying in the veterans for us to be able to do greater community good, serving our community with those that have served our nation. So we all have really owed a great debt of gratitude to a man that led by example, not just by his word. And so with that, we do have the May 23rd. It will be the Honor Our Heroes walk-in run. We've expanded the run this year, which we've traditionally done a 5K. We're going to do a memorial walk, which will be 1 mile to include a few more people. And if you'd still like to contribute and you can't be here because you're traveling or doing other business, we also have a virtual component to it. So we're adding some more pieces. We'd really love you to come out. Sponsorships, of course, are always still available and welcome. Both entities are 100% volunteer driven. My VFW doesn't pull in any revenue from the local pub or the restaurant side of things, and Oldsmar Cares relies solely on the benefit of volunteers and donations that come in. So as we can work together, come out and support us, crawl, walk, run, bring your dog, go for a walk, put them on a leash, right? Bring the bags. But we'll have water bowls and stuff like that that are going to be out and available for you. Strollers, it's all available. So there's no excuses why you can't come or you can't participate. We'd love to be there, or have you there with us as we start the Memorial Day weekend off well.
And at what time?
We are going to have,
How can we
if
sign
you'd
up?
like to join me for setup, I will be there at 04, that's AM. You don't need to be there that early. Opening ceremonies will start at 7 a.m. It will be on the east lot of City Hall, so right across the street here. We're going to have plenty of people and volunteers that are out there to help pass out waters. We're going to have food. We've had some great, you got the food list?
Yep.
Provide
The
that.
race after party for the registered participants will include an award ceremony, free pizza from Three Brothers Pizza, bagels from Bagels Bakery, breakfast pastries from Harbor Dish, fresh fruit, a pallet of water from Zephyr Hills, spring water, Tampa Bay Brewing Company for those of age. Our newest addition, Oldsmar Chick-fil-A, we're very excited to have there. And it's going to be a family-friendly event with Touch a Truck with the Oldsmar Fire Department. Pinellas County Sheriff's Office is bringing their big MRAP vehicle. So make sure you sign up, oldsmarcares.org, and it'll take you right to all the race links for signing up, sponsoring, and volunteering. We do still need some volunteers, so if you don't want to walk or run, please sign up to volunteer, and you can be a part of the race, but sign up now to make sure you get your shirt in the size that you want, and hope to see you there.
Thank you so much. Go to oldsmarcares.org. That's what I learned.
That's right. Look, get up for you, enjoy the community for us, and honor the legacy for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else on this side of the room wish to address the council? Okay, moving to this side of the room. Yes, sir. Please come up.
Mayor Gannon, council members, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Guy and I'm from this area. Tonight I'm asking you for your support on addressing a major issue in our state and our communities across the board. That is housing affordability and flexibility for families. Tonight I'm asking you for your support to update Oldsmar's Land Development Code to allow for ADUs, accessory dwelling units, beyond the currently allowed town center district or the town center boulevard. So leading in, the problem is that housing affordability is outpacing income. In Florida and the Tampa Bay region, median home prices are not surprising to be $350 to $450K. Typical rents are well over $2,000, even for a single apartment. And this means that most households are looking at beyond 30% of the threshold for housing affordability. In Oldsmar, for us, this means young professionals, essential workers are priced out. It means teachers, it means seniors on fixed incomes, continually facing rising income issues and costs that are outpacing income. Families are increasingly separated due to these housing constraints. In my family, I have housing affordability issues. I have a kid that's a welder and he has to commute in from the Pasco-Hernando County line just because of housing prices. The solution, in my mind, accessory dwelling units. They're small, secondary housing. They're also known as garage apartments, backyard apartments, or granny flats. There is a natural alignment on this with Florida policy direction. Florida law in 2024 is increasingly encouraging municipalities and cities to allow and change zoning to allow ADUs in their communities. It supports reasonable housing supply expansion without going overboard. It reduces regulatory barriers and it promotes affordability through incremental density. Oldsmar has an opportunity to take the lead here in Pinellas County along with a couple other municipalities. So There is direct alignment with Oldsmar's strategic goals. It increases housing supply without public subsidy. It provides lower cost rental options. It helps residents stay in Oldsmar, and it aligns with our vision. Right over there on the wall. A couple points. It supports aging in place and family support. Older family members don't have to live in assisted living, and they can be closer at home. You have workforce retention, and it supports local economy. It is smart growth and infrastructure efficient because it uses existing lots, roads, utilities, and it does not add new infrastructure as a general rule. It preserves neighborhoods. It is sustainable and environmentally responsible without increasing a lot of urban sprawl. A couple of common concerns: neighborhood character. I think that these can be preserved through design standards. And actually, in my proposed action, I say, let's amend our current zoning, leverage the existing structure that's in place for TCB and TCR, and just expand it into E1, R1, R2. That would allow it so that we can achieve these goals. Again, I appreciate your support on this. I know it's something that's important to the state and it's important to the community. And at least in my street, I know there are 3 families that are already trying to address these issues, and they would like to do something like this within their means. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Before you leave, Mr. Chair, if you could please provide the clerk your address for the record, we'd appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Villafana, I saw your hand up.
Jessica Villafana, 407 Tangerine Drive. Just announcing that I did finally meet all the qualifications to be on the ballot this August, so I'm looking forward to that. I appreciate the opportunity to be part of the democratic process in our country and in our city. So just wanted to say thank you for that. I also wanted to say thank you to the Parks and Rec staff. I don't know if enough people realize the wonderful programs that our Parks and Rec offers. I'm currently going through a dog training class. And it's been very interesting, and I can't think of that many cities that actually offer that. So I'm just really happy about that. And also the water. Thank you very much for getting that done. The staff deserves all the kudos that are coming their way. We really do appreciate that. And so I didn't really have anything major to say, but thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. Take care.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on this side of the room that wishes to address the council? Okay, anyone else that I missed? Okay, with that, we will close the open forum and continue on to the next item on our agenda, our community minute, which will be read by our city clerk, Ms. Kristen Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. Candidate qualifying period opened on Thursday, April 16th and will close on Saturday, May 16th. It is a special municipal election for the city of Oldsmar, which is scheduled for August 18th, 2026 to fill council seat 3 for the remainder of the term expiring in March of 2027. You can contact the city clerk's office for candidate filing information at 813-749-1115. Patriotic photo contest. Submissions are due on Friday, May 29th. Capture the spirit of America to help celebrate our country's 250th birthday by submitting your most patriotic photos. Photographers ages 16 and up are encouraged to submit what American pride means to you, its landscapes, history, tradition, symbols, people, and celebrations. For details, visit oldsmarflorida.gov. The city is seeking applications for appointment to the Code Enforcement Board. To apply, please visit the city's website, oldsmarflorida.gov. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you so much. The next item on our agenda is approval of addition of new agenda items, including items 6, 13, 18, 20, and 21. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. The next item on our agenda is awards and recognition. We have our Drop Savers poster contest winners, which I can feel the antsiness in the room. I'd like to welcome our city staff up here. Here they come. to give a brief presentation, and then we're going to call some names, please.
Hi, good evening. My name is Callie Pate, and I am the City of Oldsmar Environmental Management Supervisor, and I'm joined by a few of our team under Public Utilities, so I want to thank them for joining us as well. We've got Jenna Klent, our Environmental Educator, and Jonna Jan, our Public Utilities Director, as well as Amanda Finley Harris, our Utilities Administrator. So we wanted to recognize the winners of our annual Drop Savers Water Conservation Poster Contest. Each year we invite students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade to create posters that showcase the importance of saving water through creative slogans, artwork, and both. This program helps teach our youngest residents that every drop matters and that protecting our water resources starts with everyday actions. We believe that one of our most effective ways to conserve water is through long-term education and awareness, and there is no better place to start than with our young children. This year, students from Oldsmar Elementary and Forest Lakes Elementary participated, and we're truly impressed by their creativity, their thoughtfulness, and their commitment to water conservation. We have awards presented in 3 different divisions from each school. We have Division 1 is kindergarten and 1st grade, Division 2 is 2nd and 3rd grade, and Division 3 is 4th and 5th grade, and each division has a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. And then at this time, we would like to recognize our winners. As your name is called, please come forward for your award, a photo with council, and winners will receive prize bags, including their posters are inside their bags, gift cards, and a few extra treats from us.
Great. You guys ready? Wait for my fellow council members to come down. First, from kindergarten and 1st grade, in 1st place with Division 1 at Oldsmar Elementary, we have Lucas from Miss Lopez's class. Please give Lucas a hand.
Stand right here. And then look that way. Look at mommy, okay?
Yeah, turn it around. There you go. Now, big smile for mommy.
Very cute, thank you.
Second place, we have Jasper from Miss Lopez's class as well.
We got a little bag for you too.
Here, you stand right here. We're going to kind of come around you. There you go. Good job, Jasper. Here, take this with you. There you go. Great job. And in 3rd place, we have Raiden from Miss Lopez's class. Boy, Miss Lopez's class did a great job. I know, it's a lot of stuff, right? Okay, then stand right here and then smile. Great job, great job. You gotta get your certificate. There we go. Okay, in Division 2, 2nd and 3rd grade, in 1st place we have Mira from Miss Barondik's class. Save Mira's award. In 2nd place we have Nyla from Miss King's class. Make sure we don't have any little ones. Okay. And in Division 3, from 4th and 5th grade, in 1st place, we have Paisley from Miss Pantage's class. Hi, Paisley. Okay, stand right, there you go.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, take your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And we have Angelica in second place. Congratulations, Angelica.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good job. And in third place, we have Diamani. Okay. Thank you to Mr. Logan in the back over there. Can I get a hoot hoot for the Owls? All right, moving on to Forest Lakes Elementary, our Division I kindergarten first and second grade. Yes, that's right there. Thank you, guys. In first place, in first grade, we have Gleb. Is Gleb here? There he is. Come on up, bud. You won last year too? Buddy, you're doing awesome. Here, back up just a little bit. Come on. You see that dad there? Smile. A serious artist here, buddy. Good job. You gotta get your certificate. They're so tiny, they gotta hold so much. In second place, also in first grade, we have Kenzie. Is Kenzie here? There she is. Good job, Kenzie. Good job. Here, get that for you. A little suitcase for you. There we go.
Awesome.
Great job, Kenzie. Oh. They're like bag. I like the bag. I don't like that. And third place in first grade, we have Aaliyah. Come on. Everybody can come. High five? Yes, good job. There you go. Let's look over this way. Okay, I feel that way too. We are not afraid of tears here. That is okay. Great job. Great job. Thank you so much. And now Division II, second and third grade. In first place, we have Charlotte, a third grader. There she is. Good job. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Good job.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Good job, Charlotte. And in second place, also in third grade, we have Alana. Yay! Congratulations, Alana. All right. Oh, that was going for the 5. Yes. I like that.
Future mayor.
There's the future mayor right there.
Way to go, girlie. Big
She's
smile.
got a good handshake.
3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody.
You're so welcome. These kids are amazing, aren't they? And in third place, also in third grade, we have Navi. Is Navi here today? There she is! Oh, you look so beautiful tonight. Come on up. Here, stand right here. There you go. We look over.
You ready?
Hold this
Navy,
down
look at me.
A little bit. There you go.
One.
I'm so sorry, Navy.
It's okay.
Navy.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You got it? Okay.
Congratulations, Navy. Thank you so much for participating. In Division III for 4th and 5th grade, in first place we have Vincent. Is Vincent here tonight? Okay. And second place, we have Lily, a 5th grader. Sorry, I have my... There you go. Thank you so much for participating. And in third place, we have Juliet in Miss Miller's class for 4th grade as well. All right. We want to thank every student participant, all of their teachers and families. Big shout out to Forest Lakes Elementary celebrating their 30th birthday here in Oldsmar. Go Dolphins! Thank you for everyone for supporting this important program. You're all helping us build a more sustainable future for us and for yourselves. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much to staff as well. You do not have to stay for the remainder of the meeting if you don't wish to. It's okay if you'd like to leave, okay?
That was fun.
That was fun. Oh, I get to get up again. Okay, next up we have agenda item number 2, a certificate of recognition presentation to our state wrestling champion, Arianna. We're gonna let a little bit of filtering out happen because I don't want anybody to miss any of this information. It's pretty cool. First, this. This is for you. Now I know it's not as cool as the hardware you received recently, but allow us a moment. It is a privilege to recognize an exceptional young Oldsmar woman whose achievement has made history not only for her school, but for the entire state of Florida. Tonight, we celebrate Arianna, a senior at Eastlake High School, who has become the first female wrestler in her school's history to win a Florida state championship. And what makes this accomplishment even more impressive is how she did it. Arianna finished her season with an incredible 40-3 record. Yes. Competing in the 155-pound weight class. On her path to the championship, she pinned 3 of her 4 opponents and even defeated the tournament's top-seeded wrestler along the way. That's not just winning. That's dominating. But beyond the statistics, what truly defines her is her mindset. Her coaches have described her as someone with an unmatched work ethic, strong mental toughness, and a positive attitude. And even more inspiring, she didn't grow up expecting to wrestle or to make history. In fact, she saw a flyer, I believe, and decided to try wrestling and embrace the challenge. And that decision has changed her life, and now it's changing the future for others. We had a lot of young athletes here tonight, and I am so glad that some of them might watch themselves back and see you receiving this award. It's my understanding that this fall, you're going to continue your journey at the University of Florida, where you plan to study mechanical engineering. Yeah, and keep competing. They have a club team, right? So cool. On behalf of our entire city, I want to congratulate you. We are proud of your achievements. We hope you will remember your hometown. Go Gators. I'm a Gator too. Double Gator, actually. Others aren't. Anyway, we look forward to and we are excited to see all that you accomplish in the years ahead. You are a champion, a trailblazer, an absolute role model, and we are so grateful to have you here in Oldsmar. Thank you. One more picture. Is there anyone here tonight that you'd like to recognize?
Thank you to my Bapu for coming to all my tournaments. My uncle, my parents, and my grandmother.
I understand you have a famous neighbor, sort of cool neighbor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Al.
Mr. Al Braithwaite, our former city manager?
Yes.
That's so wild. Mr. Al, would you like a picture with the state champion? Yes, he does. Come on.
Katie, you can't hear.
Nice.
Family, sweetie, I'll take the pictures.
Okay.
Mama. We'll let him, yeah.
Awesome.
We're so proud of you. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you so much to all of you for coming out to support her. The next item on our agenda is item 3, Business of the Quarter Award presentation to Martin's Italian.
I move to table this.
Okay, I have a motion to table this item.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda, I have item 4, consideration of revised conceptual plan for the City Hall site submitted by Stanbery Development Group.
Mayor, item number 4 is a consideration of a revised conceptual plan for the City Hall site submitted by Stanbery Development Group. Stanbery Development Group will present a revised conceptual plan for council consideration. If the council accepts the revision, then a motion of approval should be made. If council does not accept the revisions, negotiations will continue with the previously approved conceptual plan.
Hi, everybody.
Hi there.
I won't take it personally that the room cleared out, but that was awesome.
Kind of a busy night, sorry.
Busy night and a lot of accomplished young people, so you have a lot to be proud of. Do we have the plans to be shown, or should I just?
I apologize, I wasn't given any presentation to show.
Oh, hang on. Technical difficulties, just a moment.
May I make a motion for a 5-minute recess?
Certainly. Chair, excuse me. There's a motion for a 5-minute recess. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. We'll be in a 5-minute recess. Thank you all. Okay, call this meeting back to order. Thank you so much for the brief recess. You may continue, sir.
All right. Well, good evening. I'm Mark Hayes with Stanbery Development. For those of you that I haven't met yet, for everybody else, I was a little worried. I know I haven't been here for a while. I thought I was a little out of practice or what have you, but I'm glad we got this up and running. So we're here tonight to present a slight change to the previously approved site plan. And along with that, we thought we'd give a little bit of a, kind of a preview of what's going on with the project as well. So here you have a rendering in our welcoming, slide. This is the previous site plan that was approved last year. You'll notice that there isn't a huge change in the new site plan. Looks fairly similar. It's a little bit more thought out. But the change that we were here tonight to talk to you about is there's a shift in the building that's on the plaza. Right? So previously, that building was as it is on the left in this particular slide. So it was up on State Street with really just a sidewalk and a slight area in front of that building. And what happened there is it created a bunch of space actually kind of behind the building up against 580 where we had a patio, but other than that, the space wasn't beneficial, it wasn't really being used, and we thought that it was just kind of wasted space, especially in this area where we're trying to create a nice community event area and a plaza and a place where people can just mill around and enjoy things, right? So what we're proposing is shifting that building back. As you can see in the slide on the right, it creates a greater plaza area up front, creates some more usable space versus space that's kind of tucked around in the back. And then the other thing that we really like about this, by doing that, you're also shielding the plaza a little bit from the traffic going by, which isn't an overly big deal, but I think is just kind of nice. Is you might have a children's choir out front, or you might have these young ladies that were here tonight being hosted and represented in some way, and you'd rather not have to hear all the traffic going by, right? So that's really the change that we're seeking, and I hope we think it makes good sense and it makes for a greater usable community area. Hopefully you guys agree. Here's a little close-up on that. And then here's just some visuals. So that's just kind of a visual of what we think that building might look like design-wise. It shows a little bit of the patio area in front. Here's the view from last fall that we had showed you guys with the building up front and then the plaza area sitting between the restaurant or plaza retail building and the multifamily building that's in the back. And here's a new view of what that would look like with, again, the plaza area extending into the foreground here in front of the restaurant or retail building, again, with the same multifamily building in the back. With this building, we tried to really, the one thing that we've tried hard on is really the building that we're in today, the building that we're in right now, the council chambers building, we've always thought is just kind of the most interesting of all the buildings here along State Street. And so one of the things that we really tried to do was to kind of take some of the architectural features of this building and complement them here. And we think we've done that pretty well with the stone and the muted colors and some of the other things that we've done. Here's the view of that building as you look down State Street. Again, as you go down State Street, the one thing that's a little hard to see here, but you can see it kind of down on the far right, we have created entry points to enter the building off of State Street. So again, it just, one of the things that we've talked about is there being a lot of pedestrian activity along State Street, that this could be the impetus of some other activity, whether it's Third Thursdays or some other events or the annual race or what have you, and that can kind of culminate on this street, and that there's entry points into the multifamily off of the street as well, so people can be coming from different directions to either enter the building or leave their building. It feels a little bit more community. Here's a visual of proposed retail building. This is the building that's on Tampa, on the corner of Tampa and Washington. Again, just a rendering of how we envision that building. And then here's a final picture of kind of the bigger plaza area with the stepped back retail building. And that's the presentation. Any questions?
Does anybody have any questions?
I don't have any questions. No, it's just and I appreciate the way that, because when you just look at just the drawing and show the change, I was having trouble when I first saw that. I'm like, what's that change? Seeing it this way and increasing the space. Basically, you're maximizing the space, at least in my opinion. When it was pushed up on State Street, I understand front-facing to State Street, but we have kids, right? Who would want them running around near 580? I'm sure there'd be a buffer, but you're still constantly looking. So this is actually makes practical sense, but then it also increases the space. And the front-facing State Street, that's more inviting than just looking at the front of the building, in my opinion.
Any questions over here?
Yeah, just a quick question on the first level. That's living space, correct? In the apartment?
It is. Now, on the first level, there was one other thing I forgot to point out that I'll point out here in a second. On the first level of this building, most of that is amenities. Kind of as we've talked with you guys, kind of over the years, the first level kind of facing out here to this parking lot into the plaza is really amenity space. Those aren't residential units. The first level, as you go around on State Street, those are residential units. As you saw, they have patios and there's balconies above. You can see it right here.
The little green guy.
Okay.
It's green on our little map. The amenity space is green.
I have a question, and just in regard to that. I see that there's outdoor space, there's the patios going up. That's on that corner with the leasing office? So would the above floors be apartments, or are those going to be empty balconies?
No. Those are apartments.
Okay.
Second, third, and
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Second, third, and fourth
just wanna clarify.
floor are all multifamily units.
Okay. And somebody had mentioned before the meeting, actually in my meeting previous to this with the city manager, just going over our agenda, she did mention something about golf cart parking.
So that's what I was actually had flipped back to. So we, again, have tried, as we've been working through this process now for 3 or 4 years, we've tried pretty consistently, I think, to really try to take feedback and try to figure out where we could incorporate it in the project. Sometimes it's a little easier than others, but in an effort to help provide golf cart parking, the one area that we have found where it fits very naturally and easily is if you look to the upper right where the curve takes place in that drive lane, you'll notice that there's a bunch of smaller parking spaces which on that curve, which clearly cannot fit a regular sized vehicle. So that is an area that we've provided for, another, dozen golf cart parking spaces. We'll continue to work on trying to figure out other solutions based on demand. But again, we've found a natural place where we could add some golf cart parking that's near the plaza, near the area where most of the community would be coming to, and can take advantage of it.
Okay, I have a follow-up question, not about the golf cart parking, but I noticed there was another area to the right of the property that's near the other retail. That looks like that parking has shifted into kind of a square shape, and maybe additional parking put in there?
Hold on. Oh, hitting the wrong button. I apologize.
Washington and Tampa Road.
Yeah, over on that end. Yeah, like right on Tampa Road. It looks like, I think the previous plan had it just like it was maybe a smaller parking lot.
Yeah, flip it to the previous plan, maybe.
Yeah, in between the retail and residential buildings. The parking's
Why is that
expanded.
impacting
So
that area?
this is the.
Okay, so it shifted the parking down a little for more parking for the retail? It looks like maybe? It looks like that residential building shifted to the left. And that, maybe?
Yeah, so you have you have less parking kind of on that side of the project.
Okay.
So we've just moved, kind of shifted some parking around a little bit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, again, it's roughly the same. I mean, there's, yeah.
Yeah,
it's shifted a little bit.
space-wise, I like that it's next to the retail though, because we do have parking issues in certain areas, so when something's popular in town,
Yeah.
parking issues, so I like that it's shifted over towards the retail.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, the chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve the plan as revised.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, I'm sorry, is there any further discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I just want to clarify this vote. I know that most of the people in Oldsmar know that this plan isn't my favorite. And I've historically voted no on this plan. Apartments aren't my favorite thing for this space. This particular vote is a vote not for, are we going to have this particular thing at this space? That vote already took place last year. This vote is, do we like this site plan versus the one you just showed us a minute ago earlier in your slideshow?
Correct.
So I just want to clarify that for the public, because I think it gets confusing because we vote on this so many times. I do like the new site plan better than the old site plan. So if I have to choose option 1 or option 2, I choose option 2. So I just want to clarify that before I vote.
Any other discussion?
And just to piggyback on that, and for everybody's clarity on this, we approved the plan previously. There's been a revision to the plan. So we have to vote on whether or not we approve the revision to what's already been approved. So if we said no tonight, it would go back to the plan that's already been approved. The project would not go away.
Right.
All we are voting on is the revision.
Correct.
Correct.
That's my understanding as well, yes. Everybody got that? Okay. Any other discussion?
No.
Okay, sensing none? Just 1 second, if you would, for me, sir. Should I entertain comment from the public? Go ahead, sir. If you could please stand up to the microphone.
Just real quick, none of us like the big density thing, but it's inevitable, okay, because it's all about money. I'd like to see Fairfield Street.
Can you announce your name and address,
Oh,
please?
give you a
TJ
thank
Murphy.
you.
I live on Fairfield. I'd like to see that street closed when this project goes, because all of those apartments are gonna come down through that residential section like madmen. We're gonna get hundreds of cars cutting through there. They're gonna try to catch the light up there, or catch the light there. They don't wanna go down State Street. So if you close Fairfield permanently, then that way they have to go to Park, or they have to go down to St. Pete Drive. Okay, and those are major roads versus, driving through, neighborhoods. I just had to have the corner repaired for the 3rd time for construction and cars that crushed the piping and the road, making turns there. And I mean, that's been on record. And if you let hundreds of cars that come through there a day, our quality of life in that section of Oldsmar dies. And we are old Oldsmar. That's the oldest part of Oldsmar. Okay, so like I said, it's be simple. You close Fairfield, and then they have to go to Park or go out this way. And the other thing I brought up a couple months ago, or 2 years ago when we first started this, coming off of, was this 584, pulling in here is, you're taking your life in your hands. Because everybody is shooting to get to that one lane at about 50, 60 miles an hour. You put on your blinker, you're trying to get in. It's just a matter of time before somebody gets killed there and gets rear-ended. Just like what happened a couple nights ago up at St. Pete Drive and Tampa Road. The 2 kids that got seriously injured. And we need we don't have to wait for the city hall to happen to get some of these traffic things taken care of now. Like getting a turn lane here and getting a turn light on the St. Pete Drive and Tampa Road light. That's what caused that accident. You know, these people are trying to rush and make a turn, and then they got hit and almost got killed. Because when you have how many units are going to be? 80? How many?
It's not,
Oh,
Sir, if
240.
you could direct your
So you
comments
get
to.
240 cars that just got to get out of this space. So you could see the nightmare that's going to be in our neighborhood right over here coming down Fairfield Street. It'll be an absolute nightmare. It'll be, Grand Central Station, because people always go to the easiest way to get out. You could say, oh, they'll all go down Washington. No, they won't. You try pulling out of Washington, you got, this road, they're coming in at 100 miles an hour, 584, then 580, trying to get into 4 lanes of traffic. You're taking your life in your hands. There's going to be massive amount of accidents, just massive amounts. We've got to make the traffic go to its, to the easiest spot and the safest spot. Okay, that's
Thank you,
it.
sir. Okay. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. The next item on our agenda is the consent docket, which will be read by our city clerk, Ms. Kristen Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 5, consider approval of the minutes of April 21st, 2026 council meeting. Item 6, consider a request for a proclamation recognizing National Day of Prayer in the city of Oldsmar. Item 7, consider a request for a proclamation designating the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week in the city of Oldsmar. Item 8, consider approving annual renewal of an ERP system sales and license agreement. Item 9, consider approval of work order number 8 per GES contract 2023-002 RFQ for Ardura Group, Inc. to perform site preliminary planning services for the proposed City Hall relocation. Item 10, consider authorizing purchase of a trailer-mounted emergency bypass pump from Xylem Dewatering Solutions, Inc. under the same terms and conditions as the Florida Sheriff's Contract Number FSA 23EQU21.1. And that's a reading of the consent docket.
Thank you. Does anyone wish to pull anything? No. Sensing none, Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on any of these items? No. Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda is City of Oldsmar Proclamation for National Drinking Water Week. I understand we will have a presentation from staff after the proclamation, which will be handled by Councilmember Sean Swager.
Thank you, Mayor. I thought about dressing up as Bobby Boucher and the Water Boy for this, but maybe next time.
Subtle, very subtle.
All right, Drinking Water Week. Whereas water is our most valuable natural resource, and whereas drinking water serves a vital role in daily life, serving an essential purpose to health, hydration, and hygiene needs for the quality of life our citizens enjoy. And whereas tap water delivers public health protection, fire protection, support for our economy, and the quality of life we enjoy. And whereas the hard work performed by the entire water sector, designing capital projects, operators ensuring the safety and quality of drinking water, or a member of a pipe crew maintaining the infrastructure communities rely on to transport high-quality drinking water from its source to consumers' taps. And whereas we are all stewards of the water infrastructure upon which future generations depend. And whereas all citizens of our city are called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution, to practice water conservation, and to get involved in local water issues by getting to know their water. Now, therefore, I, Councilmember Sean Swager, on behalf of the Oldsmar City Council, do hereby proclaim the week of May 3rd through May 9th, 2026, as Drinking Water Week in the city of Oldsmar, and call upon all citizens and businesses to help protect our precious resource.
Thank you, Sean. Staff, come up and accept our proclamation here. We can get a photo. Council, if you'd come down.
All right.
Hey, that's Zephyr Hills. Put that down. I'd argue ours is better than theirs. I would. Please, please. Squash, 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 squash. There we go. Turn your shoulders.
Okay.
Turn your shoulders. I know. Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I apologize for my mistake on that, and thank you all for your assistance tonight in handing out the presents to, awards and the gifts to our young students. That was wonderful. We all certainly appreciate our drinking water more now than ever. Thank you so much. Next on the agenda, we have number 12, presentation and proclamation for Professional Municipal Clerks Week.
Am I presenting first and then a
Which will be
presentation?
handled by our Councilwoman Valerie Tadaszewski.
I wasn't sure if I was going first or Kristen was going first. Not really, but yes, I'll take it. Yeah, you know what I saw, Cindy, I saw you use that last time. I was like, that's kind of a good idea. I thought about maybe trying. Yeah, I don't know.
It's there for you.
I know, it's tempting. Okay.
Hands-free.
There you go, now it's not in the picture.
You can stand next to me, yeah, stand all day, yeah. Okay, Professional Municipal Clerks Week. Whereas the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world. And whereas the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk is the oldest among public servants. And whereas the Office of the Professional Municipal Clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels. And whereas professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. And whereas the professional municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community. And whereas professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of affairs of the Office of the Professional Municipal Clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the Office of the Professional Municipal Clerk, and now therefore I, Councilmember Valerie Tadaszewski, on behalf of the Oldsmar City Council, do hereby proclaim the week of May 3rd through 9th, 2026 as Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to our City Clerk's Office and to all municipal clerks for their vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. I know your job is sometimes very thankless and can be hard. You deal with a lot of public interaction. It truly is a service. So thank you to you and to all the staff in your office.
Ready? Okay, thank you.
Okay. I just have a quick presentation this evening.
Kristen Garcia, City Clerk. So this is the 57th annual Professional Clerks Week, and it was initiated in 1969, and it does recognize the essential role that clerks play in local government. So here in Oldsmar, as city clerk, I supervise the elections and coordinate candidate requests. And so right now we have 2 upcoming elections. So we are in the qualifying process for the August 18th, 2026 special election for seat 3. And so that qualifying period ends on May 16th. And then the 2027 election is coming up. And so tonight council will consider setting the qualifying period, which would run, if approved, October 13th through November 14th of 2026. And that is for council seat 3 again and council seat 1. And agendas. So tonight, a lot of people probably have an agenda in front of them, so that our office does publish all of the agendas for the council meetings and board meetings, and they are available on the city's portal. That's what the portal looks like when you visit it, which you can find off of our website. And so the city seal, it's behind the dais. So if you ever see the seal, it's also on our flag. That is our city seal, not our logo, and it is used to authenticate official documents, and it is affixed to proclamation and awards, among other things. And I'm the custodian of that seal for the city. So records management. So as the city clerk, I serve as the records custodian and the records management liaison officer to the state. And so we oversee physical record storage, basically all the records you can think of, electronic records. And so we make sure that the records are disposed of properly according to the state schedules and more. And so public records. So I also, our office also coordinates all of the public records requests for the city. And so they can be submitted many ways. And so some of them are the Just FOIA online portal, which is linked off our website, email, phone, mail, in person. And I looked, we get about 50 a month of public records requests that we manage. And we also manage about 50 of lien searches, which are a little bit different. So we are always dealing with records requests in our office. Not dealing, managing. And so city boards, so there are several city boards that council appoints to. And so we just had our volunteer appreciation dinner for those boards and city volunteers. And so we do have a few of our boards do have vacancies right now. Code Enforcement Board, which I mentioned earlier this evening, and the Planning Board. Parks and Recreation Board also has a vacancy, but they are interviewing multiple applicants next week, I've been told. And the Future Leaders Program, that is a new program established, well, wouldn't say new, I would say it's a revised program established by council this past year, and we will have a participant coming to council at the next meeting. She has completed the 5 meetings established. She's actively participated in 5 board meetings, so council will be awarding her a certificate at the next council meeting. So that is an exciting update on that program, and we're continuing to advertise this program to our schools and our community to see if our youth are interested in coming to our meetings and learning and participating in local government.
That is so cool.
And earning hours for that.
Yeah.
So Veterans Memorial Wall, we do coordinate the application process for this. And so that deadline, I believe, is going to be in early September. And so if anyone is interested in applying, they can contact the city clerk's office. And those names are selected by the Veterans Advisory Board according to council criteria in late September. And they're read aloud on Veterans Day at the Veterans Ceremony. And then Janice Miller Citizens Academy. The So I wanted to note that the 20th anniversary is coming up next year. Isn't that amazing? So in 2027, it'll be 20 years. So we will have to celebrate that occasion. And so the classes offer hands-on activities and lectures to teach how city government affects the quality of life in Oldsmar. And our deadline for the 2026 class is August 4th. And that is all I have. I wanted to thank Jenny, our deputy city clerk, and Jennifer, our administrative assistant, for all they do, because it's definitely not just me. They do a lot of the work in the clerk's office. So I wanted to thank them for everything they do to make sure that we are running smoothly. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. The next item on our agenda is item 13, the proclamation for the National Day of Prayer. Pastors, if you would please join me. Come on up. Can you hang with me for just a minute here while I read a little something? First, I'm going to give you this beautiful document. I'm going to read what that tiny, beautiful print says. The National Day of Prayer. Whereas from the founding of our nation 250 years ago, Americans have turned to Almighty God in times of thanksgiving, challenge, and hope, seeking His wisdom, mercy, and guidance. And whereas the National Day of Prayer was established by the Congress of the United States in 1952 as a day for the people of this nation to unite in prayer, and in 1988, the first Thursday in May was designated as its annual observance. And whereas in this milestone year, marking the 75th national observance of the National Day of Prayer and the 28th annual observance in the city of Oldsmar, we recognize the enduring power of prayer to strengthen homes, encourage communities, and unite people across generations in faith and hope. And whereas the 2026 theme, Glorify God among the nations, seeking Him in all generations, drawn from 1 Chronicles 16:24, reminds us to proclaim the goodness and glory of God, to seek His presence with humble hearts, and to faithfully pass on a legacy of prayer to future generations. And whereas we lift up in prayer the families of Oldsmar, our churches, schools, first responders, civic leaders, military service members, and all who serve our community and nation with courage, sacrifice, and compassion. And whereas prayer remains a source of peace in difficult days, wisdom in uncertain times, and gratitude in seasons of blessing, calling us to seek God's hand upon our city, our state, and our nation. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Katie Gannon, on behalf of the Oldsmar City Council, do hereby proclaim May 7th, 2026, as National Day of Prayer in the city of Oldsmar and encourage all residents to join together in prayer, seeking God with humility, honoring Him with gratitude, and asking His continued blessing upon our families, our community, and our nation. I want to make sure to present this to you. Let's get a picture. And then I hope that you'd tell us a little bit about this week's event.
Absolutely. So it's going to be this Thursday evening, 6:30 at Oldsmar Baptist Church. Again, this year we moved it back inside again this year. No bugs, air conditioning, and closed bathrooms. So it's going to be a good time gathering. A lot of the churches in the community are participating. This year, it's as we just heard, it's because it's the nation's 250th birthday. It's a very big thing. We've got the big rededication of the country to the Lord on the National Mall on May 17th. That's taking place with a national gathering. It's the 75th national anniversary of the National Day of Prayer. And then 28 years here in Oldsmar, which is just absolutely amazing that we've been doing our own thing. Pinellas County does a larger event, and sometimes we're larger than they are, which is unbelievable. So, and one of the cool things, just thinking of Arianna, the wrestler from Eastlake High School, We also work with Fellowship of Christian Athletes as part of what we do with House of Prayer. And that school specifically this year, I work in all the North County high schools. Eastlake High School went from 40 kids meeting every other week last year to over 200 kids meeting every week this year because of two young ladies that are at that school that just have a passion to just share the light and love of God with the people around them. And those two girls will be with us leading prayer for their generation this coming Thursday. So that's going to be pretty powerful as well. So we just want to invite everybody to come out and be a part of it. Those of you running for office, it'd be great to see you guys out there as well. You're not going to speak, but you can pray with us. So, but it'd just be a good time to come on out. Again, 6:30 p.m., Oldsmar Baptist Church, right behind the Wendy's here on Tampa Road.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It's so good to see you guys. Take care. You can stay if you want to stay. Thank you. The next item on our agenda will be handled by our city attorney, Mr. Tom Trask.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 14 on the agenda is consider adopting Resolution 2026-08. As you know, Article 6 of the city charter states that the qualification period dates are set based upon the date the council accepts and adopts the final ballot language. The final ballot language is due to the supervisor elections on December the 10th, 2026. The city clerk is recommending that the final ballot language be adopted here in Oldsmar for the December 1, 2026 council meeting. The qualifying period for the March 9, 2026 municipal election will be Tuesday, October 13, 2026, beginning at 8 a.m. through Saturday, November 14th at 5 p.m. Staff recommends approval of the following resolution. I'll read it by title only. This is Resolution 2026-08, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Oldsmar establishing candidate qualifying period for the March 9, 2027 municipal election and the date when the City Council will adopt the ballot language resolution and providing for an effective date hereof. That was the reading of Resolution 2026-08 by title only.
Thank you so much, Tom. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 15, Tom.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a request to modify the industrial plan development plan at 4021 Tampa Road to allow limited manufacturing within a portion of the existing building. Tonight, Tatiana Childress is going to go ahead and make a presentation relative to the application that's been received. On their dais, you'll see that there has been a small change to the agenda packet, and that will reflect that. In the agenda originally posted, that there was a reference to 12,600 square feet of the existing building being used for the purpose of limited manufacturing, and that's been changed to 13,400. And you'll see that in the information that you have that's been presented to you on the dais. So Tatiana is going to go over that now.
Thank you. Hello, Tatiana Childress, City of Oldsmar Planning and Redevelopment Director. So this is an amendment to the previously approved industrial plan development to permit limited manufacturing uses. Case number 2601, and this is located at 4021 Tampa Road. As Tom mentioned, so we received a late request to update the building square footage for the limited manufacturing. So you have some updated documents presented to you, and that change just includes the original documents. They included 12,000 square foot for the manufacturing, and the updated plan includes just over 13,000 square feet. So I will go over this during my slides. So again, this is the City of Oldsmar received a formal request to allow limited manufacturing uses within the previously approved industrial plan development plan located at 4021 Tampa Road. This is former Progressive building off of Tampa Road, just behind the next to the hotel, the Hampton Inns Hotel. A little bit of a background on this site. So the original site plan was approved as part of the master plan through the IPD process, which is industrial plan development process and master planning process. And it was approved by ordinance 2005-05. permitting office general uses on this portion of the site only. This approved IPD plan serves as the binding document for the site, and any changes to the IPD plan require city council approval per the designated section 5.9.4.14 of the Land Development Code. And any substantial changes will require an updated ordinance and an updated site plan. And as you can see here, so this is the original plan that was approved, and it says here that this plan is adopted as part of the ordinance 2005-05 and is the binding on the owner and any subsequent owner. This is also just another cover sheet for indicating the phase 2, outlining that the uses permitted on the portion of the site are only permitted for the office uses only currently. The existing site conditions include 16,562 square foot office building, indicated in blue here, with the associated parking. And the proposed plan includes, again, the request includes the conversion of the office general into limited manufacturing, roughly 13,400 square feet of the existing 16,562 square feet office building, and then retaining the 3,162 square feet for the general office, showroom, and the corporate office functions. And this graphic here, this is actually a site plan, so it represents, the darker here represents the limited manufacturing, and you can see that is towards the end of the building, so the back side of the building, where towards the front, that's where you will have the office general uses for the corporate office functions. So any industrial limited manufacturing use moving into the Oldsmar's M1 limited manufacturing C3 or the IPD districts required to submit an industrial development report per section 14.3 of the Land Development Code to describe the business operations. So a little bit about the manufacturing use. So Princeton and the company, so the Princeton Precision Group is an advanced manufacturing company that operates in multiple states and supports industries such as aerospace, defense, energy, and medical. The company provides engineering support and specialized precision manufacturing services using advanced technologies like computer numerical control technology, machining, and EDM, electrical discharge machining. These services are used to produce highly detailed and critical components found in aircraft engines, power systems, laser technologies, and medical equipment. And the proposed use will maintain campus-like environment and will operate entirely within an enclosed building. The use is expected to generate less traffic trips than the previously approved general office and will maintain existing vehicular access to Tampa Road. The use will not involve manufacturing processes that will impact the city's wastewater, and the site will maintain existing landscape buffers, and the proposed use is not expected to generate significant noise, dust, fumes, or other nuisances. So the updated site plan qualifies as a minor amendment per the Land Development Code section 4.4.8. Again, the site will maintain the existing site drainage system and landscape buffers. Some of the site changes will include a new overhang door that will be added to accommodate limited deliveries, and a portion of the existing parking lot will be restriped to create the designated delivery area by box trucks, so there will be no large semi-truck deliveries. Existing dumpster enclosure will be updated to a concrete block enclosure, and the existing roof overhang will be secured with fencing for the air compressor and storage, and they will have plenty of existing parking to support the use, because the limited manufacturing requires only 2 parking spaces per 1,000, whereas the office requires 4. So the proposed use is consistent with the future land use category reflected in the city's comprehensive plan. Limited manufacturing uses permitted under the IPD are associated with the industrial limited land use category under the comprehensive plan, and the industrial limited land use category is intended for those clean industries. They're so-called clean industries that have minimal air, noise, pollution effects. And these industries include light manufacturing, storage warehouse, wholesale, business, and office, and similar uses. There is reasonable need for such facilities at the site under consideration and on a citywide basis. The proposed use is not anticipated to adversely affect public health, safety, and welfare, and reflects a reasonable response to the continued decline in demand for the office general use. And from the economic development perspective, this type of advanced manufacturing supports job creation and skilled technical occupations and strengthens the local employment base. It also promotes investment and expands supply chain activities, contributing to the overall diverse and resilient economy. And the proposed use will comply with all appropriate regulations for the district in which it is located. But due to the change in use from office general to limited manufacturing, the amendment is considered a substantial change, and therefore staff determined that an ordinance amendment and the city council approval are required in accordance with section 5.9.4.14 of the Land Development Code. Based on the determination that this modification constitutes a substantial change, and upon review of the minor amendment application and the industrial development report, staff recommends approval of the proposed amendment, and staff further recommends that the city attorney prepare an ordinance to amend the industrial plan development for 4021 Tampa Road to allow limited manufacturing use within a portion of the existing building, in addition to the previously approved office general use. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Tatiana. Does anybody have any questions for Tatiana? No. Okay, thank you. The chair will entertain a motion to authorize the city attorney to prepare an ordinance approving a modification to the IPD plan for 4021 Tampa Road to allow limited manufacturing use, 13,400 square feet within a portion of the existing 16,562 square foot building, in addition to the previously approved office general use, 3,162 square feet.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. So that was wrong on the second one.
Yeah, it was just a typo in there.
Okay.
It's 13,400.
400. Okay. Is there any discussion?
No.
I just want to say I am so excited for this use. I love this vibe we have going of continuously approving very high-tech manufacturing in Oldsmar. Like, let's get that reputation. I was reading about Princeton Precision Group, aerospace and advanced industries. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I'm so excited to see that building look a lot different than it has for a really long time.
Yeah, and I think Sean and I want a tour when you get going there.
Yeah?
I want to see the CNC machines being delivered.
Right?
And the EDM machines.
Can I try it? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you so much, Tatiana.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's all I have, thank you.
All right. City manager, still with us over here?
I am, Mayor.
She's ready. She's
I'd-
ready. Item number 16.
Is to consider adopting Resolution 2026-06, discontinuing the allocation of 1/10 of a mill and ad valorem taxes to the Public Safety Impact Fund. On October 3rd, 1995, City Council adopted Resolution 9535. This provided for an annual allocation of 1/10 of a mill and ad valorem taxes to be transferred from the general fund to the Public Safety Impact Fund. On September 18, 2006, City Council adopted Resolution 2006-37, which repealed Resolution 9535 effective October 1, 2006, and therefore discontinuing the annual transfer. On April 2nd, 2019, the City Council adopted Resolution 2019-06, reinstating the annual allocation. Since that time, however, the annual allocation has been suspended for the last 3 fiscal years. If adopted, this Resolution 2026-06 will repeal Resolution 2019-06 effective date September 30th, 2026, thereby eliminating the annual transfer every year thereafter. The Public Safety Impact Fund will still continue to collect fees to help offset the cost of fire-related capital expenditures, with any additional required funds being supplemented by general fund revenues as approved by council in future fiscal year budgets. This allows for flexibility when funding using general fund expenses, and staff recommends approval. And I'm going to read this resolution by title only. Resolution 2026-06, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, repealing Resolution 2019-06, which provided for the annual ad valorem tax transfer from the general fund to the Public Safety Impact Fund for fiscal years beginning October 1, 2026, and providing for an effective date hereof.
Thank you so much. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Oh, second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 17.
Is to consider approval of participant agreement with Tidal Basin Government Consulting, LLC for disaster recovery services as part of the Pinellas County Cooperative Contract 250763 RFP.
This looks familiar.
It does look familiar, and this is the same agenda item I read last time. I'm going to read it again, though. So following the impacts of Hurricanes Helene and Milton, Pinellas County recognized the need for coordinated post-storm recovery services across municipalities. To address this, the county procured professional service contracts, Contract 250763 RFP, selecting 7 consulting firms to provide disaster recovery services, including building code administration, floodplain management, substantial damage assessments, code enforcement, and technical support. The City of Oldsmar entered into an interlocal agreement with the county, executed and approved by council on October 21, 25, and that's attached to this agenda item, allowing the city to access these contracts and enter the agreements with 7 selected firms while maintaining local control over service delivery costs and FEMA reimbursement. Each municipality is responsible for managing its own contracts and expenses. Professional services include building code administration, floodplain management, code enforcement, communications, and technical support. After disaster, city staff will issue a notice to proceed and purchase order to Tidal Basin Government Consulting may issue, and which will coordinate with the Planning and Redevelopment Department to deliver the services. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 18.
Is to consider authorizing the city manager to accept the grant agreement with the Florida Department of Management Services under the Florida Local Government Cybersecurity Grant Program and take necessary actions to implement the grant. The City of Oldsmar has been awarded potential funding through the Florida Local Government Cybersecurity Grant Program administered by the Florida Digital Service, a division of the Department of Management Services. This grant is designed to strengthen cybersecurity resilience among Florida's local governments by providing enhanced security tools, employee training, and system upgrades. The city was awarded this grant during fiscal year 25 and has been awarded the grant again for fiscal year 26, which is year 3 of the program. Acceptance of the grant agreement will allow the City of Oldsmar to participate in the program and implement additional cybersecurity measures to protect city systems and data. The initiative supports the city's ongoing commitment to IT infrastructure, security, and operational continuity. Any awarded services or capabilities will be procured directly through the Department of Management Services and provided to the city. The grant does not require a local match, and the city will not incur any cost during the next year to obtain the awarded services. State funding in subsequent years is not guaranteed. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much, Felicia. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Okay, sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 19.
Is consideration of renewal of the Pinellas County Community Development Block Grant Urban County Cooperation Agreement for fiscal year 27 through 29. The Community Development Block Grant Program is a federally funded program administered by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development that provides funding to support community development activities, including housing, infrastructure, public services, and programs benefiting low and moderate income residents. Pinellas County qualifies as an urban county and administers CDBG funds on behalf of participating municipalities through a cooperation agreement. The City of Oldsmar has historically participated in this program, which has provided access to federal funding for our eligible local projects and programs. As outlined in the county's March 31st correspondence attached, the city must elect whether to remain in the urban County program by renewing the cooperation agreement, allowing the city to apply for CDBG funding through the Pinellas County or withdraw and instead apply independently through the state of Florida's small city program. Participation in the urban county program also provides access to additional federal resources, including the Home Investment Partnerships Program, Emergency Solutions Grant Funding, and reflects a longstanding partnership that has supported local programs benefiting seniors, individuals with disabilities, and low and moderate income households. Remaining in the county program offers several advantages, including streamlined administration and compliance through county oversight, predictable annual funding allocations, reduced administrative burden on the city staff, continued regional coordination, and access to complementary housing and social service programs. If the city withdraws, it would assume full responsibility for grant administration and compete for competitive funding through the state. Staff recommends remaining in the Pinellas County Urban County CDBG program to continue leveraging federal funding opportunities while minimizing administrative burden and maintaining regional cooperation and collaboration. Staff recommends approval.
That's a mouthful. I want to say CDBG? CDBG.
Yeah,
CDBG.
I kept saying CBGBs in my
Right? I
head.
kept thinking CBGB?
Right. mhm.
Okay, that wasn't the only one. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the CDBG?
Sounds like a great idea. Let's not go out on our own and try to
Let's not
get
go
more
out
work.
on our own.
Yeah,
Let's use every resource we have.
let's get that money.
Sensing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 20.
Item number 20 is to consider a request to authorize the city attorney to prepare a resolution establishing an auditor selection committee in accordance with section 218.391 Florida statutes. The city's current auditor services contract was procured under a continuing services agreement, has been renewed annually in compliance with Florida Statute 218.391, parent 8. Florida statutes. To ensure the city continues to receive high-quality auditing services and competitive pricing, staff recommends initiating a formal auditor selection process. The selection of an external auditor for Florida municipalities is governed by Florida statutes, which now requires the use of an independent auditor selection committee and a qualifications-based competitive process as follows. Number 1, auditor selection committee composition must consist of at least 3 members. Must include at least 1 member of the governing body who shall serve as the committee chair. No employee of the municipality may serve as members of the Auditor Selection Committee. However, staff may provide administrative and technical support in an advisory capacity. The Government Finance Officers Association, GFOA, best practices recommend that committee members possess or obtain a basic understanding of governmental accounting and auditing. Inclusion of or access to a member with governmental financial expertise is also recommended. Number 2, the Auditor Selection Committee responsibilities must establish criteria to be used in the evaluation of audit services, ensure public advertisement of the request for proposals coordinated by the city's procurement division. This advertisement will be a minimum include a brief description of the audit and indicate how interested firms can apply for consideration. Provide interested firms with a request for a proposal. The request for a proposal shall include information on how the proposals are to be evaluated. Evaluate proposals received based on the criteria established by the committee. Rank and recommend in order of preference, no fewer than 3 qualified firms. If fewer than 3 firms respond to the RFP, the committee shall recommend firms deemed most qualified. The committee serves in an advisory capacity and will forward its recommendations to the City Council for final selection and contract approval. Number 3, evaluation criteria must include, but aren't limited to, ability and qualifications of firm personnel, relevant governmental accounting auditing experience, ability to furnish the required services, ability to understand the city's needs. Compensation may not be used as a sole or predominant factor for evaluating proposals. Request for proposals process. The city's procurement division will develop a draft RFP for review and input by the Auditor Selection Committee. The RFP will provide detailed information regarding the scope of services, outline evaluation criteria and selection procedures, include all of the information necessary for firms to prepare responsive proposals. The city's procurement division will publicly advertise a formal solicitation in accordance with applicable procurement requirements. The intent of the project will be to contract contract with a selected firm to provide these services for fiscal years ending September 30th, 2026 through September 30th, 2030, with an option for 1 5-year renewal. The city council will appoint at least 3 committee members, including at least 1 city council member who will serve as the chair of the Auditor Selection Committee. Staff has identified a volunteer, Les Tyler. He's the finance director of the city of Dunedin, who is willing to serve as a member and will provide a high level of technical expertise in governmental financial accounting as recommended by the GFOA. Staff recommends that council consider an interview process to identify additional qualified member or members to serve in the committee. In accordance with the above, staff recommends that the City Council create an Auditor Selection Committee whose purpose will be to assist the City Council in selecting an auditor to conduct the annual financial audit as required by Florida Statute 218.39. The committee will dissolve on council's award of the contract. So the staff recommends approval. And there's a schedule attached in the agenda item.
Thank you so much. Chair will entertain a motion to authorize the city attorney to prepare that resolution.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item?
Can I just jump
Absolutely.
in here? Okay, so you have the option to have more than 3 members, and so if I need direction on preparing the resolution, how many members you want. My suggestion would be an odd number, either 3 or 5. If you want to remain with the 3, that's all that's required. If you want to have more members, up to 5, I would suggest, no more than 5, then I need to know that too, so I can go ahead and prepare that resolution. Ultimately, though, you're going to have to pick someone here on the council to be the chair, and you're also ultimately going to have to pick those other committee members. The city staff is suggesting Mr. Tyler to be one of those members. So we don't have to pick who they are today, but I at least need to know how many they're going to be so I can prepare the resolution for the next meeting. Any thoughts on 3 versus 5?
My thought was 3.
I thought it was 3.
Agreed.
3?
Okay.
Comfortable with 3.
Consensus for 3, so that would be authorize the city attorney to prepare a resolution establishing an auditor selection committee of 3
Got it.
members.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. That's the motion, correct?
Who made the motion?
I did, so moved.
Okay, thank you. And a second?
Second.
Okay. Now, is there any discussion on this item? Okay, sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. Okay, item number 12. Oh, are we at city clerk?
I've got one.
We
over
are.
there, City Clerk.
What? What? Have you had a busy week, Felicia? You doing okay?
Yeah. how's
A
your-
little.
Yeah. Boring. So boring this week.
Okay, I have item
Madam Clerk.
21. Approve in-kind donation to Life is a Donation Foundation, Inc. for the annual food and toiletry drive. Life is a Donation Foundation, Inc. is a Florida nonprofit organization, and they are conducting their 11th annual month-long food and toiletry drive benefiting Oldsmar Cares in June. They are requesting to place collection boxes at City Hall, Public Library, and the fire station beginning Friday, May 22nd through the week of Friday, June 26, 2026, for a month-long peanut butter and jelly challenge between the city and Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce on who can collect the most stars in that time frame, all to be delivered to Oldsmar Cares. As the use of public facilities represents an in-kind donation, this request requires a donation agreement, which is attached, and Life as a Donation has also requested use of the city logo to recognize city sponsorship for this event.
All right, the chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. I have a little bit of discussion.
We should just drop the mic, really. I don't know what
I mean,
discussion is necessary.
next week, not next week, next meeting, I'm coming with a challenge. I'm not going to come in the outfit. I thought about it. But I will be in the outfit in multiple Facebook videos, as you'll see. Again, I think the chamber's coming for us this year, y'all.
Okay.
They're coming for us because, we beat them. We beat them badly. And the city clerk actually graciously tallied all those jars that I laid out on the floor at City Hall, and I'm really excited this year. So we're going to see if we can get to more than 2,000 or so. It's my understanding that as of about a month ago, that peanut butter was gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's time. It's time. You know what time it is? Vice Mayor, you know what time it is?
Peanut butter jelly time.
It's peanut butter and jelly time. Yeah, it's peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut
Okay.
butter jelly, peanut butter
So
jelly.
just get ready, get ready. It's gonna be annoying. You know I'm gonna be annoying about it, okay?
You'll be here in a jiff.
I'll be, oh!
Wow.
Wow.
Swagger comes in at the last second. Whew, whew. You guys, it's getting late and we still have it. Oh no, I heard her. She's jelly. Be here in a jiff. If somebody brings in one more pun, I'm just gonna walk out.
Peter Pan.
Thank you all so much for entertaining this. Rhonda Coy, I see you out there. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and of course, we will be at the Walmart in Oldsmar. More information to come on all of this at the next meeting, but certainly appreciate the city's support and participation, and putting out those bins for Life is a Donation, and of course, benefiting Oldsmar Cares in June. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, let's change it up. You ready? You ready? Councilmember Olmsted, coming to you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, see?
Nice.
See? Nobody was ready already.
Yeah, so I went to, I got to enjoy the market this week. So I went to the Saturday market. That was great. Kudos to our city team on the water emergency of 2026.
Let's make it just the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to sleep without water, but I woke up with water, so that was very nice. That was nice. And now you can get some rest. Anyway, not much more to say. I'm waiting for my grandson to come, so more to follow. I'll let you know about next meeting.
Oh.
We're at 37 weeks, yes, 2 days ago.
Oh, oh, that kind of.
Oh, you're waiting.
Yeah,
Oh, I
the
thought he was
clock's ticking,
visiting. Oh,
so
we got a baby
That's
coming.
I've got like Delta app open, ready.
That's different than the arrival I was thinking. I was like, is somebody coming to the meeting?
Yeah, I thought
No,
someone, I was
he's
gonna say,
really
tell him to
arriving.
bring some peanut butter and jelly. Like,
Yeah, no,
Donations.
no, Vice Mayor.
Okay.
No, so I'm excited about that. So.
Well, an early congratulations.
Thank
We'll-
you.
We'll be hoping and thinking about you there.
Yes, that's all I got.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Tadaszewski.
Really switching it up.
See how I did that
tonight.
there?
No, it's so crazy.
Nobody thought I was gonna look to
Willy-nilly
the
with
left.
choosing- Tonight was one of my favorite meetings of the year with the Drop Savers poster contest winners. I love it. I walk into the room and there's kids here and I love the
know.
energy and I wish I had a tenth of it because now I'm almost 40. So, yeah, feeling it. And sorry.
I'm sitting
Quiet out
right-
there.
I'm sitting right here.
How tired are you?
I don't know. I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah. I'm
We did
ready.
that at the last meeting.
I'm ready for the last 4 weeks of the school year. We're trying to power through. I've got a teenager, so trying to hold on to that motivation, finish our classes strong. I love the girl power here tonight with the Oldsmar Golden Warriors and Arianna from
Yeah.
East Lake High. Like,
Yeah.
these are our future leaders. I think
Yes, they are.
we can tell that we're definitely investing in our kids here in Oldsmar. And I love to see it, so that's it.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Swager.
Scared me. Thank you, Mayor.
Blue Steel.
I thought it was Magnum.
Is Magnum to the right or the left? Blue Seal, Magnum? Okay, go.
All right, thank you. I'll be brief as well, but definitely the first 45 minutes of this meeting were full of energy, as Councilmember Tadaszewski mentioned. Not that this isn't energetic right now, but
Love you
it was,
guys. Love you all out there.
it was, refreshing to come into a full room and just celebrate the youth mostly. And, it would be more energetic if more people came to these meetings, but in a positive manner. But nevertheless, it was exciting to see that. The Hurricane Expo we were at a week or two ago. Mike Boylan is a genius. That guy is so smart.
Yeah.
Very charismatic too. So I learned a lot in terms of, how quickly storms can just change, right? I can't remember the years or the names of the storms, but he showed many examples where it's, heading in the middle of the Gulf and then it takes a last minute turn towards our coast. So June 1st, I believe, is hurricane season. So, I think that,
Now.
the takeaway from that expo for me was to just not take any of the warnings lightly. Listen to the city officials, listen to the meteorologists, listen to Mike Boylan, and follow Mike's weather page. And what else? Oh, happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers this Sunday. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Hi, Vice Mayor.
Hi.
May the 5th be with you. Revenge of the 5th?
Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of the 5th?
Wow, nice. No, with all the votes we were taking on the next March election, I'm like, I told Felicia I felt like my name was getting scratched off the door.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
How about,
still here, everybody. It's 10 more
Zip it.
months. Okay, I'm stopping. All right. Anyway, so thank you for mentioning David Wallace at the beginning of the meeting. He was a very good friend of mine, very helpful to me. Always, whenever you call him, he would be so excited that you were calling him. It didn't matter who it was. He's like, "Hi, Steve," and I'm like, "Hey," and I was just asking about something. He's like, "All right, I'll take care of it," and it was done. But we were able to attend his funeral on Saturday. I don't even want to estimate the amount of people that were there.
Rhonda actually said there were more than 300?
More than 350 people. I mean, there was people who couldn't find seats. I mean, there was that many people, and they went around the room, and people got to give personal stories about their interactions with Dave, their friendships with him. Their family members got up and spoke, which was quite emotional. But again, thank you for bringing that up. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. And so just, of course, the water main break wasn't funny, but just let me set this up. So Saturday into Sunday, my air conditioner froze. So, and by froze, I don't mean it's just stopped working. I mean, literal ice was covering the entire unit on the inside
Not a
and
good
the outside.
sign. That's a bad sign.
And so, it ended up being a real quick fix, but it happened on Saturday night and a Sunday, so I couldn't get anybody out there, right? So we shut the whole thing off. All the water, all the ice melted. They were out at 8 in the morning on Monday, but we kept having to tell the kids, "Don't open the door. Don't open the door." It's really hot, and it got up to like almost 80 degrees in the house. So the kids were miserable. We were all miserable. So it gets fixed on Monday, but then we had to turn the water off, which we rightfully had to do. The city did. And thank you so much to city staff for everything that was done and the communication that was sent out to all the residents. But my daughter was like, "There's no water." And I said, "Yeah, I know." I was like, it's something." She goes, "Is our house just gonna like fall apart?" It was no AC and then no water. And she's like, "What is going on?" I'm like,
We're going back to the
water."
1980s.
Yeah, so I just want to say, I'm so thankful to the city, but it was quite a couple of days in the Graver house, but that's all I had, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have received many text messages and phone calls of gratitude to city staff for very quickly handling the water main break. I do hope that all of my emails with the screenshots have come through to you. And everybody really appreciated the update. I know there was the initial, communication that went out yesterday when that happened. And there was a separate communication that, we're nearly there. Can you just hang in there? We know this is frustrating. And I think that really helped. I also noticed that people commented they received notification via text message, social media, email from the city, email from, I don't know if it was the county, a separate email from the school, because Oldsmar Elementary was affected. I don't know if, did you guys get emails from Forest Lakes, or was
With
it
text messages, but yeah,
Text
there was
messages?
communication, for sure.
And then we got text messages and calls this morning from Oldsmar Elementary as well. So loads of communication, which was really fantastic, and I think helped. You know, you brought up, Councilmember Swager, you brought up the Hurricane Expo, and you know, when there was no water for that limited period of time, you know, I thought to myself, you know, folks, this is what it can be like during a hurricane. We had cities in this county that had no water. We had water, but we had in, you know, after Milton and Helene, you know, there were areas of Pinellas County that had no water and no power. And I just think to myself, please, if you hear from Mike Boylan, or, you know, you're watching that, if you get an email or a text message or a social media note that says evacuate or know your zone, you know, please be prepared. I know it was probably frustrating for a couple hours. Maybe you had to give your kid the good old washcloth bath, right? Imagine 3 days, 4 days, you know, there's real serious intention behind the warnings that the city circulates. So I just wanted to underscore how those kind of moments played together in my head. Hey, happy birthday to Forest Lakes Elementary.
Hey.
30 years. I got to go to the birthday party. Lots of long-term Oldsmar residents there and teachers there. The Grabers were there, Vice Mayor was there. And it was so fantastic watching parents who were former students hugging their former teachers while their children were out playing and hanging out with their current teachers and current friends. It was wild. You know, people like Jerry Antoniou, she's got the picture of the very first class at Forest Lakes Elementary. Just really cool memories shared and moments shared. And some of those teachers hadn't seen each other in 30 years. So it was a really, really beautiful moment.
Awesome.
Fantastic party. I mean, bounce houses, food trucks, raffles. I think I bought 8 separate ice creams for, I don't even know. Some of them were my kids, but not all of them. It was wonderful.
Well, I think
So
3 of them were my kids, yeah. 'Cause
you only have 2 kids.
You bought Jude, too.
Oh, that's true. Anyway, there was a lot of ice cream. It was a very hot day.
And thanks for that, by the way.
No problem. I'll have to put that on the tab,
Yeah,
on
that's
the
no problem.
credit card.
Yeah.
It was a great time. The service for David Wallace was incredibly moving. I know there were a lot of members of Community United Methodist Church of Oldsmar who put in a lot of effort in very short time to make sure that that service was befitting a local giant and meaningful for his family and for everyone there. You know, it was of course heartbreaking to hear, you know, from the family and to see them, but it was also heartbreaking for the whole city in a way. And then at the same time, you know, I looked at Joan Wallace and she was wearing a beautiful dress, bright white with bright yellow flowers. Oldsmar Cares folks were all sitting up front with their yellow shirts on and, you know, seeing everybody there, and it just felt like David Wallace. It felt like that big warm hug and that big smile. And although we were sad, I could feel a lot of happiness and joy in that room for all the memories. And I'm really grateful to everybody at the church who either volunteered their time, brought snacks, brought comfort, brought prayers, sent flowers. It was just incredibly beautiful. Gosh, we saw the who's who. City manager was there, former Mayor Eric Seidel was there, founder of Oldsmar Cares, whose name is not going to come to me right now. Sharon Patch was there. You know, VFW members was there. It was incredible to hear about different aspects of his life. Aviation, oh yes, and then he was a veteran, and then, Oldsmar Cares. Also, he completely, apparently rebuilt a VFW up north, like, just a dynamic and giving, generous, kind life. It was wonderful. So thank you, and a big shout out to them. Thank you to the Golden Warriors for the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. And more to come on that, and more to come on the peanut butter and jelly challenge. Happy Mother's Day to my mommy and to all the mommies out there. I'm going to wish myself a happy Mother's Day because I'm probably going to get a Pop-Tart. That's okay. These are the younger years. The presents come later, right? Right? Okay, great.
Their presence is the present.
My presence is the presence, or their presence is the
Said their
present?
presence is the present.
Is it my presence or their present?
I don't know.
Both.
I feel like I'm
Sure. Happy Mother's Day.
I'm
Happy Mother's Day,
losing
Mary.
my
Everyone makes you feel better.
present. I'm really excited. Thank you, Kristen, for the presentation tonight and for letting us know that next week we'll have an awardees to recognize for participation in the Future Leaders Program. That just made my night, as did everybody in this room tonight. Incredible turnout, just absolutely wonderful, as has been said. The last item on our agenda is consider approval of the tentative agenda for the May 19, 2026 council meeting. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved?
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved. Oh, second.
I have a motion and a second. This does not require a vote. We are adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.